Okay, now it should be working. Now it should be working. There we go. Right? All right, we got that there. Are we there? What's up, Velvet? We're good now, yeah? This is happening? We're good? We're good? Good. Okay, sweet. If you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I'm going to go ahead and go in here and get this started. Your name's still showing up, dumb. Oh, with the handles, it's giving handles instead of your YouTube channel's name or whatever. Okay, I got a couple things. I'm gonna need to wash that pitcher because we got to make some more tea. I don't want to get this guy out of the way over here. And you guys there will be fine for the time being. We get the. It's all right. If it, I don't know why it does that. It started doing that recently, kind of out of nowhere. Which sucks. What can you do? This, I believe, is going to be a quick cook. There's more things I could do. I could do the rice. I could do the rice and some gravy and all that nonsense, but not nonsense, but I could do all of that. I don't think I'm gonna. Give you guys a little more of an up looking down view. There you go. First things first, I got to get these chops seasoned. I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to put some wax paper down. To save the tray. Yeah, I don't think it's just you, Velvet. I think it's everybody. Everybody's getting the handle treatment. All right, let me just... Oh, these pork chops look nice. Yeah, finally good and thawed out. Be sure to wipe all of these bone spurs out of it. I want some of these bones because of the flavor. There's one. There's one. That's stuff you don't want in your pan. There's another little piece. Like if it's a big piece of bone, I don't mind it being in there. Like that's something you can see and prevent. But these little pieces of bone, you don't know that until you're chewing. And then it's too late. Guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna swap this over to some gaming at some point in the evening, and this is not going to be as long of a cooking stream as we usually do. I'm not going to make the rice and the gravy. I'm just going to do the pork chops in the skillet and maybe a box of shells and cheese. Hit them pork chops with a little barbecue sauce or something like that. Yesterday when I washed a thing, I could smell the sponge on my hand after. So that means it's time for a new sponge. Oh man, these paper towels are so much better than the other ones. Now where's my sponges? I know I bought a box of them. There we go. They're down there. There we go. New sponge. First off, let's get my medley of seasonings going over here. And I've got a way. I usually can't respond to the chat on these as easily as I can on the desktop. But I got another phone set up over here with the chat so I can monitor it and try to interact more. So I got the phone clip on my motorcycle now, and I've got the I fashioned a way to keep the microphone inside the helmet. All of this is very good news, but the bad news is that the receiver that plugs into my phone for the microphones makes it so that the phone clip is not snug. Yeah, it makes it so that the phone clip is not snug, which I don't like. I really want it to be snug, but not, I mean, it's not going to fall. Not worried about that. All I am worried about is because it's not snug, the receiver kind of pops in and out, which means that the mic, the entire time I'm riding, the mic is switching between the mic in my helmet and the micro on the phone. So the entire time I'm recording that is happening, and it sucks. So, unfortunately, until I find a better alternative, until I find a better alternative, I don't think I'm going to be recording any of those anymore. Ideally, what would be cool is just hang tight for a little bit longer, hold out, use the bike, and be appreciative of it while I have it. And then just hold out for a little longer. Try to sell the truck. And get what I can out of it. And put like a down payment on something. Or keep checking Facebook Marketplace or something like that. But I need to put my truck on Marketplace like ASAP. And just see if somebody will come get it. Alright, we got the cast iron seasoned good. Now let's get some heat in that. There ain't no reason to delay the heat in the cast iron. I don't have anything else to prep. I'm just prepping the meat. Got some things to wash here. I wash the pot that I make my tea in. I got clean dishes in the dishwasher. I'll probably unload that at some point during this situation. Am I done? I think I'm done. Yeah, we're gonna switch to Skyrim, do some questing. And honestly, the rest of this stuff, I feel confident putting that in the dishwasher once I clear this out in a little bit. What's up, Steve? Oh, dude, Nissans are very good vehicles. Two of my favorite vehicles of all time. One was a Maxima, one was an Altima. And I loved it. I love my Nissan, dude. Truly one of the best vehicles I've ever owned. All right, let's go ahead and get this butter cracked open and I didn't get the sizzle I wanted. Maybe it's not there yet. I'll still put some oil down. That'll let me know. That'll let me know when it's ready for the meat. Okay, and until then, let's have some get some tea going. Yeah, this is going to be a real redneck meal tonight. This is going to be just pork chops, probably barbecue pork chops. And got a bunch of residue from my frozen pizzas over the last couple of days because that's all I've really been cooking. I shouldn't have, but I got some DoorDash last night. It's just, it's. I used to love going and just picking up, ordering food, going and picking it up wherever I wanted it from. That's not easy to do. It's not easy to do when we're talking about getting on a motorcycle to go pick everything up that you got to go get. Like it's tough. That's a tough thing to pull off, is what I mean. What's up, Jason? Yeah, I'll let it go for just a little bit longer, long enough for me to wash the lid on this tea pitcher. Yeah, that'll be about the right amount of time. I could go crazy. I could, like, oh, let's chop an onion with this. I'm not going that wild with this thing. I'm keeping this as simple as possible so we can get this done quick, because frankly, I'm hungry. Yeah, that water going in there. That'll be enough. I'm actually going to leave these over here. Put the weight down. Okay. Now that that's happening. Oh, damn. That sucks, dude. The best smell of stale beer is the worst, bro. Like a bar trash can the next morning. Sucks. Thank y'all for liking the video. We got more likes than viewers right now, which is awesome. That's rare. Oh yeah. I knew you meant car, but I was equating it to those bar trash cans. Honestly, bro, I can't, the truck, my truck, 1997 F-150, I paid my dad $3,500 for the truck. And it was a good truck when I got it. And I got 4 years. I got 4 great years out of it. I would have gotten more had I been a little bit more attentive to its needs. But I wasn't. I'm not a great vehicle owner. I feel like I'm tough on vehicles, but I've always had very good luck when it came time to sell them. But I've never had one in this state. This truck is in the worst state of any vehicle I've ever had that I've been trying to sell. My Uncle Ernest, stepdad's brother, he replaced the motor in a Tahoe that I had one time. 99 Tahoe 350, and I blew the motor in that. And we replaced it with a 327, which is just a smaller V8. Or hell, that might have even been a V6. I forget. And I don't know it. I just remember hearing it. So if I don't know it well enough to recall the information, but yeah, even then, way back then, and he was a family. The motor was like $750. And I had to pay him. It ended up costing me like $1,000 just to get that motor in then. And this was in 2010, maybe 11, somewhere around there. So yeah, that was in bad shape. A little pinch of baking soda in there first. All this had in it was sugar anyway. Honestly, dude, a Tundra's a good deal. Tundra's a very good deal on a vehicle, man. They will run forever. I'm gonna go 1.5 cups. Pork chops smelling nice. Gonna get me a box of shells. People be hating on the shells, man. But I'm a fan, and I always have been. But a lot of people shit on the shells. They, oh, this trash. Yeah, well, I'm trash. Because I be enjoying the shells. I do enjoy a good shell. For the shells, I'm just going to use the tap water. I usually use filtered water out of the thing, but I got to change the filter in there, and I've been I've been using it for about everything. This is just so much faster here. Turn the front one on. I'll use this time to put some of this stuff away here. Big plastic bowl goes down here too, don't it? Yep. Spoon. Need that. See, this is something that, like, just a little kitchen management tip. You're going to be putting stuff away, or you need to put stuff away anyhow. So you may as well just go ahead and get it done while you're waiting on something else, because you know you ain't gonna really need to be flipping this pork chop too much right yet. At least for another couple minutes or so. And then them cups is dry. And I'm gonna drink out of this Alabama cup. See now? The dishwasher is cleaned out. And I bet there's some pork chops here need flipping. Oh, let's just rotate them first. Let's just rotate them first. All right, I got 2 cups can go in here. A bowl and 2 spoons and an ice cream scoop. And a pizza slicer, which I can get that out, wash it if I need it. That's the thing about a dishwasher. If it's in there and it's dirty, so oh, let's take this out, I need it, I'm gonna wash it. And then you don't need it right now. And now I got a clean sink to work out of. My pitcher's already. All right. Now from my sugar water here, oh yeah, is it not a lot of like, it's not a lot of hills that you have to be driving up out there, I'd assume? I wouldn't mind having V6. It's cheaper, and I don't really care about, like, I don't need to have the biggest motor. A lot of people just be like self-conscious about something. because they don't have a big engine as somebody else has got. I don't care. Engine I got's mine. Gets me to where I need to be. It might not be the biggest engine, but it has the privilege of belonging to me. And that's worth something. Oh, hell yeah. If the parking spots are small, brother, give me back my Ford Fusion. I actually wouldn't mind having another Ford Fusion, bro. It was truly the best. It was truly like the best car that I had. I loved it. Like, I grew to love it. When I got it, it was one of those things that's like, well, I'll get it because it's all I can afford right now. But eventually that became like something that was precious to me, you know? All right, now I believe these pork chops are ready for some flipping. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, babe. Check these bad boys out. Look at that. Those are nice, right? You know what? You don't really, you guys can just keep that angle right there, right? It's not. The end of the world. You guys can see everything going on over here. Secret show was fun. I'm not quite ready for this plate yet, but I will be soon. But yeah, yeah, it was all right. The pre-show was fine. It could have gone a lot better for me. But I took some requests from the homies before I got started. And then I took another one. Then I took another one while I was on stage. Okay, this water looks like it's ready for some tea. I'm doing that big steam. I'm gonna let it do that for just a moment more. There's that bubble I wanted. Now I'm gonna kill the heat. And shit. Got to be very careful with this because it's full of not just boiling water, not boiling water, but hot water. But this water is also full of sugar. I'm gonna sit the tea over here to steep. Let me get forward in. What time is it? 10:54. So I definitely don't want to pull the tee before 11:15. Yeah, the STP. The STP was fun. Somebody asked for that up front. And I don't know. I had to explain to him. I was like, hey, if you do the thing that I do, you get bored sometimes. I've been doing this thing for so long that it takes a little bit more for me to stay locked in. It takes a little bit more for me to stay locked in. So I had to tell him, like, I do a lot of these songs a lot, and it's not that I don't want to play the song that you think is going to be funny. I want to play the song you want to hear. I don't want to play the song that you think would make your friends laugh, or you be able to say, oh, how about whenever he asked the thing and I said Freebird on the way home. I don't want that moment. But when somebody's like STP plush, that's what I want to hear. You want to hear plush? I got you, dog. That kind of thing I love. That makes me happy. That's the sort of thing I want to. That's the sort of thing that I want to accomplish. Play the thing that people want to hear. Get some oil in that water for the noobs. Get some salt in that water for the noobs. We'll use this strainer spoon for the noobs. But yeah, some Alice in Chains would have been nice. I almost went into Alice in Chains out of I almost went into some Alice in Chains after I did System of a Down. Ariel's Colt sound guy, he wanted to hear that. And it went well. Red Band wanted to hear some They Might Be Giants. So I did Istanbul, but just like a teaser of it. I didn't really do the whole thing. No shit. I'm really ready for some tea. 11:15, can't get here fast enough, and I need to wait a little bit after 11:15. I like to let it steep for a time. Hell yeah, Steve. Damn. Okay. Yeah, that's good right there. That's how I want my pork chops to look. Like that. I'll take a little sheet of foil. Keep them hot in there. Have a sip of water until the tea's done. Oh Lord, yeah. Damn, that's good. That water is going to take a minute to get ready for the noodles. I just don't want the noodles to be done long before the other is. Yeah, it was that's right. I don't know. It just happened. I used to do it at Vulcan. I used to do it at Vulcan, and then yeah, I just kept doing it. It was like Red Band wanted me to do it every time. I think that he knows, he likes the way I bring him up. So that's like, he liked the way I brought him up. He told me exactly what he wanted and what he didn't want. And I did what he wanted and I didn't do what he didn't want. He's the one that came up with the pretend you're at a movie theater. And I heard, like basically my favorite band for a time in my life was a band called the Yonder Mountain String Band, which is where I got the name Yonder from, because I loved Yonder Mountain String Band. They were my favorite band for a time. And the first time I went and saw them, the front man, who was a guy named Jeff Austin, who I kind of idolized a bit, he came out and said, "I hope y'all are ready for an evening's worth of music tonight." Yeah, I hope y'all are geared up for an evening's worth of music tonight. And he called it like an evening's worth, which is like you don't, it's such an odd way of saying something. Are you ready for an evening's worth of comedy tonight? I love the way that sounds. It's just a cool combination of words. Are you ready for an evening's worth of comedy tonight? Like an evening's worth of anything is like, you're going to get your fill. Which is the way Jeff meant it when he said it as Yonder Mountain. Oh, that guy was ready to turn all the way over. So yeah, I really enjoyed the way those words sound. But that's how that started. I did it a couple times Usually for Voice of God, it's like whoever's back there, whatever door guy you can find. Hey, you want to do Voice of God? Hell yeah. Come on, let's go do it. And a couple times that ended up being me, but I did it. I did it the first time. Not the first time, but I did it once for Rogan. But Yoni, who used to be the producer of Kill Tony, or one of the producers for Kill Tony, would always do Voice of God. And Hans Kim used to make you do such a good job on Thursday nights. Why don't you do the Voice of God for all the Rogan shows? So I did one, but they have a script. And he was like, say this exactly like this, exactly at this time. Don't say anything else. Don't make up, don't freestyle it. Say exactly these words. And I'm not good with a script. I need to say my thing. Austin, Texas, are you ready for Austin, Texas? Welcome to Death Squad Secret Show or Joe Rogan and Friends. Sorry to hear that about the dog. That sucks. Durr. By the way, I don't know if you're Dirt Hurt. I don't know if any of you have the same name as your handle because it's putting handles out here, so I don't know if it's someone whose name I know as something different. That's a bummer. Sorry to hear that. But I did Voice of God for one Rogan show, and I would have liked to have been able to do that because I like getting that crowd hyped. And I don't like doing Voice of God for smaller shows because I do such a grand, I don't want to pull any energy out of it because then I'll get in the habit of doing that because I kind of yell it. Are you ready for an evening's worth of comedy tonight? It's all very high-pitched, loud. 11:08. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. It's been doing that though. It does. It changes by itself every once in a while for some reason. It does. It is trying to do. YouTube is trying new things all the time now, and I didn't realize it. Maybe they've always been this way, and I just didn't realize it because I wasn't so involved with the live streaming you know. Put the cheese back here on the stove top. The little packet of cheese. I leave that on the stove top between the heat. Now, ready for some noodles. I like putting the hot ones on the bottom. Heat rises, and it'll help with the ones on the bottom, the hot ones, will really help distribute a little heat back to the ones that have been in the plate for a minute. It's 11:15. Or at least close enough to where I could probably hit the T. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, we've always been BPs in my family. All the way back long as I can remember. Sup, Satchel? How you doing, brother? Shout out to the great Satcherooney. We still rocking them, Satch. Here's the thing. It's gonna after a while, like the weight on the raw side, it's just gonna cook. Like this weight is hot as shit right now. Like you can't touch it. It's hot enough to like, I think it cooks off whatever. I need those noodles to be done. Momentarily. That way I can take some butter, however much butter I want to put in my noodles, in this pan right here, melt the butter in there, and then pour that into the noodles with all the drippings. It's almost like, so I'm not making a gravy out of the drippings today. I will instead just pour what I have left into the shells and cheese. And thanks to the wax paper, this is clean still. We should be getting close. Yep. That's good. That's good right there. I'm gonna turn that fan on high real quick. Just for a minute. You know what we'll do right now while that's happening? We'll pour our tea. And everyone knows the mantra that we repeat so that we will not make no mess. We say no mess. We made a little bit of a mess, but we continue to say no mess. And we are grateful that the mess is limited. This mess is limited. We did it. Okay. Let me clean up. And honestly, that was all right there. That wasn't too far off from a perfect measure. I'll give it a little bit more juice in here because I just want more tea and I'm greedy. So put a little extra water in there. Give it a little shake. Give it a little mix. A little mixerooski. Oh yeah. That's what we're missing. Surely those are good by now. Okay. All right. Noodles are done. We're done with this guy as well. Just get some water on this thing. Start cooling it off a little bit. Leave it right there until I'm ready. And these, we just put them on top of the ones that were cold earlier. Butter. I would use probably that big of a pat. Now all of that grease and butter and even a little bit of the fond off the bottom. I'm gonna put that in there. Put a little water in this pan. And let it do its thing there. All right, now I want to get the cheese in here. Since we've got it sitting on the back burner back there for a minute, or not in the back burner, but the back of the stove, is going to come out more creamy than chunky. Which is what we're looking for. And we just give this a healthy stir. I made it in salt water, so we won't need that. I'm just going to give it a little pepper to wake it up a little. Because I like a little pepper on my shells. Turn the cooktop off. Whatever juice we have on this plate here also goes to the mac. Fine. I'll take a little plate and a little bowl. Actually, I already touched this bowl. Got a little left. Where's the button? There. Now what button am I not hitting that I should be? Okay. Bam. Where's some Sweet Baby Ray? Sweet Baby T. Sweet Baby Jesus. We're all here. All right. Whew. So if you guys want to take a look in a book. Here's my platter of pork chops. Eat as much of them as I could. And we got this right here. All the flavor in there on that. The same over here. Oh, dear Lord, we thank you for this meal we're about to see. We pray that you'll bless it to the nourishment of our bodies and us to thy service in Jesus' name. Amen. There you go, Steve. Now he said blessing. All right. I'm going to go for one of the first ones that I cooked. I'm actually going to taste one without the sauce. Oh shit. I'm trying to do this without a knife. Get us some Sweet Baby Rays in here. What's up, Rhino? Friday work day. That is good right there, y'all. It's exactly what you want, you know? Jason, I don't know if you weren't here for the first part of the stream where I went and picked off all the shards before I seasoned them and put them in the pan, which is something that you have to do. That's one of the things I said in the beginning. If you cook pork chops like this, bones are going to happen, but you don't want those little pieces of broken bone. Feel it. Feel around where the bone is on the thing before you season it, before you even have to worry about any of that. And you'll be able to feel the pieces that will come off in cooking. If it won't come off when you're trying to actively pull it off of the thing, it's going to stay on in cooking. So that's just that's something you got to know to look out for when you cook stuff like this. especially something that I cook as often as this. I cook pork chops quite often, so I know to do that. It's more of a big deal when you're making a gravy, because that can hide in a big thing of gravy. But also, you just got to take your time. This mac and cheese is so damn good, dude. All that flavor from the chops. Mm-hmm. Or you do what I just did, and you go chewing too hard, and instead of finding a bone, we have it connected to a piece of meat. You end up shattering it. But you just gotta be careful while you're eating. Chew, feel with your teeth. You know? You gotta feel with your teeth. Damn, thought I was gonna throw that across the room. All right, now we have officially. Because you can see mostly where the bone is in these things. What's up, Jay? You love a good barbecue sauce. I enjoy a good shallot. This is for sure what I had in mind. All the tastes and flavors that I'm getting are doing my what I wanted justice. Like this tastes exactly how I wanted the thing I made to taste. Goddamn, but I love the shells, man. Shells and cheese are so good. So many people shit on these. So many people shit on the shells, man. It's like, it's good. Only an insane person would take a bite of this and think, yuck. Only an insane person would think that. But then they'll go and, well, process this, process that. Shut up. It tastes good. They're so good. Yeah, I like to get get shells in the bag. And make my own sauce with like a stick of Velveeta and like milk and like a bag of actual cheddar cheese. But you have to have the Velveeta. That's the best part, in my opinion. In my opinion, the shell is the best pasta to hold the most flavor. You could, like one of those spiral noodles might be another one. But the shell can really hold those little pockets of flavor so nicely. Better than like a, what is it, like a rigatoni? The little hollow. But for what it does, Velveeta, for what it does and for what it is, I think it's the best. But I for real dig on the shells, man. Let's do one more pork chop and then we'll get to cleaning this mess up. You know what I love? This is just a random thought. I love it when somebody who thinks they're really important in the comedy scene pops into the green room and says hello to everyone, passes me over. Not that I don't care about that. But they'll pass me over, and I can tell. It's as if to say, oh, well, this guy's not like, he's just a door guy. I see him downstairs at the front all the time. But then a real important person walks in to the green room that they are so eager to have a conversation with. And that person was a real important person that walks in, comes and makes it a point to speak with me, or sit down next to me, and talk to me. And I love that feeling of like the people like, who is this guy? He's just working the door downstairs. He must be somebody. He's in here. That person's talking to him. Love that. It's someone I've met before. They know who I am. It's kind of funny. Sounds like the wind's picking up outside. Um, yes, sir. It's funny just seeing the people who are here for clout that are like, everything that they do, they're really just fishing for clout. They want to be in that green room because it's important to be in that green room. what I'll do, I'm honestly just gonna leave these chops on this plate and wrap it with some foil. Ooh, put it away like that. Big sip. Ugh. Okay. That's good enough. Hell yeah. That can be wrapped. All that nasty. All them nasty bones. Ooh, you know what I should do though first? I probably got a little. Oh yeah. There's just a small amount of this that's left in here. Hell yeah. You betcha. I've got a couple dishes to wash by hand. But most of this is gonna go in the dishwasher. That didn't go how I wanted it to. Like at all. Oh, Jesus. Why you put the floor so far away from me? There it is. Okay. That one worked. That can go there. This guy. This cast iron isn't like a regular skillet. I'm gonna wash this with soap. Way too many napkins for this, but I can find another use for them here in a second. I'll leave them over here. Let me go ahead and get this aluminum foil that I tore earlier. I'm going to just stretch that over the sides here. I'll just set those down here, out of the way. Man, very underrated leftover, throwing a pork chop in the microwave, bro. That's it, other than my cup, the spoon, and the skillet, and the stove. Uh-oh. Well, you know what? If you want to go down there, then go down there. All right, you can stay down there then. That's all I owe this butter knife. A lot of people will say, man, you really cook unhealthily. And yeah, you got me there. But here's the thing. I cook the way that people cooked. Like 50, 60. I cook the way old people cook. I had to have a swig before I go any farther. I cooked the way my grandparents cooked, and they cooked the way their grandparents cooked. You know, like animal fat. Now, since we didn't do gravy with this, I just soaked it in a little bit of water and then killed the heat on the skillet so that water weaseled its way in between what was on the pan and the stuff, and I don't know if you can't tell from that angle maybe, but clean, baby. So basically the prep work that you do to a dish before you put it into the dishwasher is really all you have to do here. I did pour some of the grease out over the sides, and this is the side that went down on. So we give that a little wipe here with the steel wool. And then we'll just wipe this bad boy dry as we can get it before we set it back down on a hot eye to let the heat evaporate all the moisture out of this. You do that while this thing is still you do that while it's still just the iron that hasn't been sealed. You got to seal it with the oil, which is, not everybody should do this. This is one of those do as I say do, don't do as I do situations. Once you get it dried by hand, then set it back on the stove on low heat, very low heat, like as low heat as it'll go and still be on. You want it to be on, but keep it on as low a heat as it'll be, as it'll go to, and still be on, and just leave the skillet sitting on it for 30 minutes to an hour. Enough to where you feel confident that there is no longer any moisture at all inside that pan. You don't want any moisture at all inside that skillet before you seal it with oil. And you have to seal the whole piece, not just the cooking surface, but the sides, the handles, the bottom. You got to seal the whole piece. Now, clean stove, and you can hear it here when it clicks on. If we're all quiet enough, you'll hear it. Listen, you'll hear it go in just a second. Did you hear that? You can hear it, especially on an electric stove, which I assume most of us have the electric stove. So you can just turn the knob until you hear that power kick on underneath it. Just the spoon rest. It'll be all right. I usually use the box, the little Velveeta shells and cheese box. That's usually a good spoon rest for when you're cooking. The spoon rest, you're already going to toss this, so you may as well use it for something. But I didn't today. Let me put this Sweet Baby Ray back up. I got to floss. I got something stuck in my teeth, aggravating me. A little bit more ice. Let's put a little bit more tea in here. Ugh. Bam. I'm gonna go ahead and set this in the frigid air. In the frigid air. And actually, you guys hang tight right there. I'll come back for you. Oh man. This tea's ripping today, bro. Okay. Now, that's all I need to carry to my room, right? Yeah. And I'll come back out here to refill my tea multiple times. Okay. There we go. So I need to remember to cut that eye off once I'm done drying it off. By the way, you dry off the eye. Hello, microphone here. I need to get this guy here. Come on off. There we go. It's not ready to be this thing is all crooked as hell. Yeah, I'll watch Better Call Saul, but I'm saving it for when I really, really need something. I know I'm gonna love it. I know I'm gonna love it. Okay, now let me straighten this up a little bit. I'm trying to get you guys at a more pleasant angle, I think that. Might be. Let's. getting some things switched up here. That should be all right, yeah. All right. Now I gotta get this thing out of my teeth that's driving me crazy. Hold on. Hold your horses. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me go ahead and get rid of these guys. Okay. All that stuff, which usually has been staying in my backpack as of late. We'll leave it here for now. Oh, my bag. Oh, that was a good one. Did you hear it? And that one didn't go. That's fine. Okay. There we go. Hell yeah, Nicholas. Hell yeah, Nicholas. Let's have a word from our sponsors, maybe. And then we'll start getting set up for the gaming. There you go. Take a look. That calendar on my wall is from the year 2021. Or 2? 3. 2023. We're very close. I saw Breaking Bad. I'm saving Better Call Saul for when I really need a show. For when I really need something to watch that I know I'm going to love. that, along with Sopranos, along with Band of Brothers. I've got a bunch of stuff. That I'm saving. That's quite all right. This is a safe space for people that are tipsy. All right. Now let's get a little title update. Let's see. What's let me think of a good catchy title. The last title that we used was is Skyrim the one with the wizard boy? Gotta get that fan going down here. Get some air happening. In my day, we had the Skyrim uphill both ways. We're going to do that one. In my day, we only got one Skyrim a year, and we had to make it do till next year. You know what I'm saying? Skyrim job. Yeah, that's the one. All right, it's 12:21. Gotta work tomorrow, so I want to get started on this as quickly as possible. Dude, this phone just did it die? Which one did you suggest last time that failed? What's up, Brian Griffin? Thank you, buddy. Oh, yeah. Wow, it was that one, wasn't it? It puts the Skyrim in. Me and Red Band were talking about it tonight. It had to be because of that iShow stream guy. That's all I can come up with. It had to be. It had to be that. It had to be that. That everybody was just watching that one guy all month. iShow Speed, I think his name is. He's apparently like millions of millions of subscribers, and I had never heard of the guy until he did that 24-hour stream that lasted a month. He was all over the place. He came through Austin. He was talking to a bunch of comedians or whatever. But yeah, dude, it was apparently that guy. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Crash through it. It ain't going nowhere. It'll be there. It'll be all right. It's fine. It was a good one. I presume. The crowd was nice. But he's a huge streamer, and he was live for 24 hours a day. On his trip around the country. And I believe that the autoplay feature that usually favors me in the algorithm when I'm live, I think was it was instead of suggesting me to a certain percentage of viewers in the what's in the up next column, it was just that guy I think was robbing a lot of the algorithm's attention away from smaller streamers. But that being said, knock on wood, the last stream turned out very nicely, and it was a Tuesday night stream, and the Monday night stream didn't do bad either. I was talking to my friends Trey Stewart and Lucas McCrary tonight about YouTube and how they kind of want to get started getting a little bit of scratch going off this thing. Because I tell people all the time, like, if you're whatever it is that you do, you could just do whatever it is you do. You could do that on a live stream. Like, whatever your thing is, just do that. Find out that thing. Like, you know, do that thing. Find whatever your thing is that you're good at, that you enjoy doing. Just do that. That's an easy thing to do. Well, welcome to present day, Jade. But Lucas just started Lucas McCrary just started his own YouTube channel. And Trey Stewart wants to get started as well. So I'm going to do what I can to help out all that I can, basically. Help when you can, you know. Your button wasn't red. Is the button red when you're caught up and not when it's not? Oh, it's not. You're right. Wow, that's a new YouTube update thing, isn't it? It shows. There we go. Now it's red. Okay. Wow. I had to help as much as I can. And I don't know all of the ins and outs of this stuff, but like, I know enough. I know enough to help someone get started in doing this thing. We had this conversation tonight when we were talking about, whenever I was talking to Trey and Lucas about Twitch or about YouTube streaming. They said, well, what about Twitch? And I said, Twitch used to be cool, but it's kind of been shit in the bed as of late. Ever since Amazon Prime bought it, Twitch isn't what it used to be. And then Red Band piped in that he pretty much just echoed what I said. He was like, yeah, Twitch sucks now. It used to be fun, but it sucks now. So stay away from Twitch. And that's exactly what I've been doing. Like they've really ruined the user experience, not just with the ads, but like the fact that they don't let you can't multi-stream if you can't multi-stream and monetize your Twitch stream if your chat is visible on the screen, like my chat's always visible on the screen. But it's crazy. YouTube is the most user-friendly platform. It's the most user-friendly. I believe it has the most pleasant user experience. Maybe I'm biased. But yeah, it has the most pleasant user experience. And the interface, I like the interface of YouTube better. The aesthetic of YouTube is more pleasing to me than that of Twitch. I do have my YouTube and everything on dark mode. I like dark mode, but with YouTube on dark mode, I like that. I don't really. I used to do Twitch a lot, and it got to the point where I was making a little dough. But yeah, I don't know. Well, the delay is only going to be, the delay is only it's if I wait a few seconds to respond to a chat, then the delay doesn't matter. Or if I respond to it, like the delay is it's still, this is still feel like a real conversation. This has to. There's no way that that's not the case. The delay is the least of my worries when taking all of these other things into consideration. Just the fact that it will be more when we switch to the next stream, because it's going through OBS, then going through Restream, then going to YouTube and Twitter. But there's not like there's going to be a delay through that anyway, just because I run through. Even if it were to Twitch, it'd probably be less of a delay, but it would still be there because it's going through all of these different pipes to get out. But this delay is, I think, when mobile, going just straight live from mobile, Like that delay is that delay is almost non-existent. Like I'll show you guys the delay. I'm watching it live on YouTube right now.
The delay. I'm watching it live on YouTube right now.
And this is like
Watching it live on YouTube right now.
and this is like
Watching it live on YouTube.
it's that quick. Like it's not the delay is basically non-existent here. It may be 3 or 4 seconds, if that. But let's see. In my day, we had the Skyrim uphill both ways. Skyrim, I hardly know her. That's funnier. I'm going to copy that. In my day, we had the Skyrim uphill both ways because that's a good one for later. But Skyrim, I hardly know her is pretty funny. Skyrim, I hardly know her. Where's Lydia? Oh yeah, I get that. I get that. You get a little bit of a you get a little bit of a competitive edge there. Um, but man, Twitch just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Let's I'm gonna go get some more sweet tea. I'll bring you guys with me because I don't have the microphones anymore. Oh, it smells so good out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12:34. I have a feeling that clock's not right. The microwave seems right though. 12:37. Trippy, man. Nah, I'm good on the Soro stuff. Everybody else is doing enough of it. I'll let them do that. Oh, that could be somebody else's thing. But what's up, Nora? Skyrim, I hardly know her. Where's Lydia? That's kind of clunky. Skyrim in this economy? Let's just try that one. You know I'm chasing the dragon. Oh, fuck. I'm just going back to we had the Skyrim uphill both ways. In my day, we had the Skyrim uphill both ways. All right. So the first move is to double check title. Fair enough. Double check that. Looks good to me. And there's that. So we're setting that up. And it's good to go. Let's do it. Okay, I'm starting that stream there. Now I will come over here. Select that. And save. Hell yeah, dude. I brushed it. Dragging these nuts all over Skyrim. That's funny. The STP was fun, dude. There was this old guy that used to request that song, and he'd be like, play the one about them dogs. R.I.P. Dale. We're good there. We got the redirect set up so that the second I end this stream, I'll just end this one when I'm almost ready to go fully live on that. I'm already live on this other one. If you guys want to pop over, you're welcome to. That's right. The era of the organ and the banjo, the two instruments that belong together and you just didn't know it. They sound so different that it's hard to even tell what either of them are. That was the perfect drop, I think, on the breakfast tune. I have not. I don't really. Here's the thing: is I don't burn up to play new games and stuff. I don't need. I don't get bored with this stuff enough to want to change it up that much. Like, if the people want it, sure, I'll do it. But I'm not. I'm more likely to go back and play something I've already played again than to try something new. So, also, I've seen some people streaming it, and I guess it does all right, but I guess it does all right, but I like doing what I always did. Turn away, what are you looking at? The sour girl the day that she met me. So here's what's going to happen. This stream is going to end like this video. If you haven't yet, we're going to redirect over to the studio setting. And y'all don't have to go anywhere or do anything. Just stay right where you're at, okay?